Welcome to the Villa Amio, and we're at the Chambre Pavilion for this month's monthly meeting.
Aloha, everybody. And geez, I just love that video.
Oh, so beautiful.
We're all sitting here with the production crew in the pavilion watching the video, and it's like so epic and beautiful shots. I mean, just I
Almost
love it.
unimaginable. I have to look at it twice to even believe the beauty of it all.
You bet. The footage was shot by Mark Ritter when he was here recently and edited by Mark. It's just so epic, and that's where we are right now here at the Villa Amio, and enjoying being here with the crew. Really not an audience so much today. I know Adamus really misses it. He was chatting with me about it last night. That he's like, when am I going to get my audience back? When are my people coming back? So, fortunately, we've had a couple live workshops here over the last few months, and there has been some interaction again. But for the Shoud, that's such a part of what we do in the Shoud.
Well, he likes to get real jazzy, and I just am not jazzy enough.
No, you do great. I know, but it takes days, sometimes weeks for her to get over the trauma of absorbing all of that interaction on behalf of all chambres. So we have to have some extra wine in the refrigerator for Linda. But we do miss all of you.
We do.
Recently we had a lot of the Colorado crew here.
Right.
Colorado people.
Right.
At one of the workshops, I think all but one were from Colorado.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was really nice seeing them again.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Really nice seeing you while you were here. It's been so long,
truly.
since we've all been together, and we got a little ways to go yet, but
It's going to end up being a full year and a half, right?
I know. Who would have thought?
Crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
So, anyway, good being here with you. We're here for Shoud 8 of the Merlin I Am series.
Merlin I Am.
And we have a lot to cover in this hour, so we're going to get on with it. But basically, just a great big welcome to each and every one of you. Glad that you're here. And we're even going to show that welcome slide so you can see our official welcome to you. Oh, we're working on it here.
We're warming up.
We're warming. Well, actually, there you go. I just wanted you to see that because that's the longing that we have for each and every one of you. Like, where are our pirates, Well,
it's that funny thing. We don't all need to live in a big community, but we like to touch bases with each other from time to time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's take a look, first of all, at what we did last month with the Merlin I Am Shoud.
You bet.
And it was the Shoud 7
That's
of
right.
the Merlin I Am series.
Oh, you're getting so good at this.
No, I'm watching the slide as it comes up. But yeah, I am getting pretty good too. If it wasn't for the slides, I don't know where I'd be. Anyway, we're gonna show you that footage from last month just to remind us all what the hell we're doing.
Well, it puts us back on track for what you do today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's go to that. A few weeks ago, we did something called Consciousness Reset. The planet is resetting right now after this long winter, actually the long year of the COVID. Basically, it was people saying, maybe we should do it a little bit different. Maybe we should get out of the old patterns. Maybe there is a better way. And then it brought up the big question mark, what is the better way? It's a terrible feeling when you know you want out, when you know there's got to be something different, when you know within you that the old way of doing things just wasn't working, but you don't know how to get out of it. You don't know how to move forward. You don't know how to change the rhythms and patterns that have been dictating your life. So we have a tremendous kind of a pressure building up. So this whole thing, Consciousness Reset, it's underway. It brought up some issues. And one of the interesting, odd issues is that, in a way, you don't want to be so very different. The fact is, you are different. You're very different than other humans. Certainly your body is still similar in design and structure, your overall biology, but even that's changing. You're very different in terms of your hopes and aspirations. You're very, very different in terms of what is meaningful and important to you. When you start recognizing that and accepting it, that's when things get easier. And perhaps the biggest difference of all, is that you're going inside and they're still going outside. That's the biggest difference. That's what sets you apart. Very, very few can endure going on the inside. A sustained inner look at themselves. Very, very few can do that. And the ones who do tend to get very, very mental about it. They think about it too much. The outside is beautiful. The outside gives you a certain angel's perspective of you. But ultimately, that's not where the answers is, and that's why you're different. You're going inside. It's a tough journey. It's a really tough journey. And one of the important things to remember is that the answers are there, of course. The answers are absolutely there. In being different like that, in going inside, you also develop some rather unique characteristics and attributes. And one of the most important ones that's really coming up right now, you're becoming more and more aware of, is you're becoming super sensory, super sensitive. You're just becoming more aware of everything, the beauty in everything. You're becoming more aware of the flows and patterns that most people wouldn't have a clue about. In becoming super sensory, super sensitive, you're also just aware now of your own rhythms and patterns. You're listening to the body, and now you're in harmony with it. So instead of sending out all these messages and energies of worrying about the body, which then will bring in that energy of worry, now there's a much cleaner body kind of flow going on, and that makes way for the light body. I prefer the free energy body. Whether it's your enlightenment, whether it's your free energy body, whether it's really even your abundance or any of these things, you don't have to work at it. The intelligence is in your energy. It's for you to experience it. That's it. It's for you to first allow and then experience. The important thing is to understand that if you're going to stay here on the planet as a realized human being, as a realized master, that it's all about the energy right now. What happens now, what I see so many of you really starting to do, a little bit at a time, is to be in sync with your own energy. What does that mean, in sync with your own energy? It means understanding, even if it's not complete understanding, even just a little understanding that it's all yours. It's all yours. Everything you perceive with your eyes and your ears, with your physical senses, is actually all yours. But what's happening right now, I'm proud to say, is that you're now understanding that it's all on the inside. And you become in sync with your own energy. It's a energy compatibility. It's an energy flow. It's a grace with energy. It's this natural harmony with you and your energy. It's a harmony, realizing it's just flowing and it's all there to serve you. And you don't have to work for it. You don't owe it anything. You don't even have to behave in a certain way. It's all there. It's all yours. In sync with your energy. Yeah, we talk a lot about energy. That's because it's so important right now as you stay here on the planet, not to continue to struggle, not to go outside for it, but to realize there's nothing you need to do right now other than to take that deep breath and smile. You thought I was going to say allow, right? Yeah. Just take that deep breath and smile. It's all your energy. It's all here to serve you. And now you just take a deep breath and allow yourself to synchronize with it.
Never ceases to amaze me. So much beauty and information and some really just everyday support for this journey.
It never ceases to amaze me how I don't remember
Yeah.
from one month to the next. And then, we both have it where, we're doing workshops
Right.
here and we're doing the shouts, and we recently did a filming.
Right.
And they all kind of blur together after
do.
a while. And
They
you
do.
kind of forget, and, but I'm not complaining. I mean, I love
No,
it
no, no,
to be
I
right
get-
in the
me too.
epicenter of it, but we do forget.
We do.
And speaking of live events, we've had a couple of live events here this last month, which
Very
was really
exciting.
nice to be
Very
able to have.
excied. Everybody complied, and we were able to do
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, we did a master's code here in Kona earlier in April, and it was only the second one we've ever done.
Mm-hmm. Right, I know, I
and-
know.
And it, so I
But
was
they're
a-
never the same.
I was a little nervous how it was going to turn out. It was a very small group. I want to say there were 12, and
Yes.
you have some shots here of what it looks like. Of course, opening shot with Belle.
Well, of course.
She's always greeting the attendees. She's always there absorbing the energy. One night,
course.
the energies got so intense, she got sick.
She did.
And we
She
thought
did.
it was something she ate. And Adamus said the next morning, no, she's just absorbing the energy.
It was a lot of energy, and the group was so deeply focused.
Yeah, a really great group.
Wonderful.
And it was, we had plenty of room here in the pavilion, and it was really nice getting a chance to meet and talk to everybody.
Truly.
In a larger group, it's a little bit more difficult, but
Right.
here we really had a chance to get together. We'd dine at night. We have the welcome reception, and then we have a pizza party. And
Yeah, that's the pizza party at Sunset.
and I was wrong on the numbers on this one. I think
Right,
we
that
had
was the bigger
20
one,
or
yeah.
something, a bigger one. And of course, Belle had to get front and
Always.
center on the shot. I mean,
She
she
just-
posed
her
herself.
timing was
we
right
didn't
like
pose
that.
her; she posed herself that way. And of course, for those of you who've been here, every evening just beautiful
It's a
sunsets,
delight.
and we really enjoyed sitting around with Shambra talking
Truly.
about it. Then later in the month, we had the Energy Works workshop. I think this was the 4th Energy Works that we've done.
And
here.
evolving, again,
And this was
evolving.
pretty much the Colorado group.
Right.
And we had a lot of Coloradans who had gone to the master code and then stayed over. And again, just some profound, amazing information. Here's our David McMaster taking copious notes.
Well, there was so much really deep interaction, and everyone was so open, as you can see, participating
yeah.
in the activities. It was very deep and personal for
Well, that's
everyone.
the nice thing about a small group is everybody gets to
Exactly.
interact with Adamus. And,
Exactly.
everybody gets to know each other, and
Yeah,
we
it
get
was
such
sweet,
great
yeah.
chances to talk. And here Adamus was bringing people up to the
Yep.
front of the room for one of his
Yep.
exercises or experiences. So it was very animated. And
Truly.
I think the important thing is we've just loved getting back to doing the live gatherings
It's
again
been
after
too long.
Too long, and I guess being small right now has been good. It kind of warms us up again.
And I want you to realize that some of these people, quite a few of them are kind of shyish.
Yeah.
And so the photos are really quite dramatic in terms of who they are.
Right, this looks
Yeah.
really shy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and that's Jerry, by the way, relatively new Shambro within
Very
the last
new,
year.
yeah.
So he was to both workshops. So that's our recent events, and we're going to take a look now at some of the upcoming events. We can go through this pretty quick because, because we have to.
Well, we've
an
got a lot going on.
Allocated amount of time here. So Linda, go ahead. Our spring 2021 events
Okay,
coming up.
coming up right this week is going to be Master Code, and that will
That's
be
right. It starts
yeah,
on Wednesday. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And we have a few spaces available, but not many.
We do.
Just in case you are ready and available, you can contact CESA, and there
Last
you go.
minute, just hop on an airplane,
right.
come on over. You have to have your test 72 hours in advance.
Right.
So think through the timing on this. You'd have to make your decision today or tomorrow.
Right,
Go get your
right.
test and then come on over.
But if you want to be here, you will be here. And the next workshop right after that, is the our channeling workshop, and that's always quite entertaining.
Yeah, it is. We have a relatively small group,
We
I think
do.
about 18 people
We
for
do.
that. So, again, it'll be a lot of time for everybody to really
Right.
get used to channeling, see what it's like.
Absolutely.
And I like that because we get to tell a lot of our stories.
Yes. Yes.
Then we move into the summer of 2021, which is right around the corner.
Literally.
Other than for those of you who in Colorado who are going to be getting snow in the next day or two,
Oh, I
it's hard to
know.
think that it's
It
going to
got
be
real
summer.
warm again, and boom, it's going to snow, and they
Yeah,
can't complain about it even.
absolutely.
Okay. June. Wow, this core class, the only thing we ever require for live events is the sexual energy school because it's so important to have this experience with gauging and understanding your energy and relationships.
Oh, it's so important, and that's why we do require it for attending
Absolutely.
live gatherings. We don't
Absolutely.
require anything else. We're not big
That's
into
it.
rules, but for a live gathering, we'd like everybody to have taken SES because you go to such deep levels of understanding your personal energy management.
Right. And the attendees were the first to notice what a difference it made.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Exciting.
speaking of SES, we have a little video to play in. So
Wonderful.
let's take a look at that.
Okay.
I waited more than 4 years before I felt the urge to take Crimson Circle's sexual energy school. I'd heard countless comments about it, and I believed that I already knew what it was about. Now I know. The experience of this class was a big bang for me, unfolding in slow motion. It's not only a workshop, it's really a step by step initiation, meaning a transformation in which the initiate is reborn into a new role. I had already buried the hope that I would ever understand what is wrong with my sex life, but SES gives a key: how to touch without neediness. It helped me realize that touching as a means to fulfill a need is a symptom of the sexual energy virus. In SES, I learned about touch without agenda, where the only motivation is being inspired by the beauty of who I really am and my wonderful physical body creation. I learned what self-love means in a practical way. SES brings self-love to a physical level because we are humans after all. Through this class, life must change if I follow Tobias's suggestion of regular time with myself. The energy flow in the body changes, and abused or ignored parts of the body come alive again. I'd like to lift the secret of this class a bit for others who are hesitating. It provides very practical and sensible coaching into a new life of self-love. It is so beautiful, this new art of caring for myself. Why did I wait so long?
The Sexual Energy School again coming up in June. We've had, I don't know how many have taken it around the world, but a lot, a lot. And actually, if you take a look at the numbers, the survey results on it, I'm trying to find my correct slide here.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. Overall survey results, 72% of the people surveyed answering the survey said it was a life-changing experience. That's phenomenal.
Right.
And another 24% said it was a good, positive experience. Linda and I come from marketing backgrounds, and you never have these kind of numbers in, if you're doing typical surveys,
Right.
consumer surveys. I mean, this is just outstanding. But, it's everybody saying this made such a difference in their life in terms of understanding energy management. Yeah.
And it's ongoing, the evolution of this information just keeps growing as you walk through life, which is also interesting to me because we see that all the time also.
Absolutely. Coming up after that from another online hosted class is the Threshold. The Threshold is just so intense. I mean, it's like we call it the premier Crimson Circle class. With the Threshold, this is your encounter with the dragon, and it's the last thing you'll do before realization.
Well, we're on this journey, and it's a big one, and Threshold really helps us go down deep to things that we sometimes forget or don't imagine that we still have.
And we actually do a live hosted cloud class, meaning that Linda and I are at the studio with Peter and Jean and Billy and Mark, and
Right.
we're there with you all weekend. We're playing the videos, the recordings of Adamus's Threshold, very, very intense. We're there with you all weekend, and we are going to do live questions and answers with Adamus. So
Okay.
you'll be able to watch the video, and then when it comes time for the Q&A at the very end, we're going to be doing it live.
Okay, very good.
So you'll have that opportunity.
Super.
Good. And then
Oh, boy.
coming in August is the August 7th Shout. It's going to be our first official time of getting back together again in the studio. I hope the studio is still there. It's been so long. Hope it didn't pack
Peter's
up and
been
leave.
checking on it.
I know.
Yeah, Peter keeps up on it.
But we're going to do the Shout from there. And then following that, we're actually going to be doing the barbecue party.
The first time in a year and a half.
Absolutely.
It's wild.
I can't. We're always going to remember this time period.
It's unforgettable.
The party and the Shout are limited to 60 chambra, as it shows on the screen.
But wait, it's sold out.
I know, but I still wanted to go through my slides. I prepared them. I might as well read them.
Okay.
It's the first live Shout since February 2020, and like Linda said, it is sold out. But
You can always get on the wait list. You never know.
yeah, actually, it's a good idea. Sign up for the wait list if you're interested in attending. That sold out almost instantly. I
It
think
did.
everybody's so excited
It
about
was
getting
sweet
back
to see
together.
it. It was cute.
So after that, if fortunes prevail, we're going to be heading off to Europe in early September 2021.
Correct.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the channeling workshop in Rust, Austria.
Right. And we're excited about that. It sold out as fast as it was listed. It barely got out of the Angels and it was already full.
It really did. And we are keeping a close eye on everything happening in Europe right now with regards to COVID. It seems to be lightening up. Things seem to be getting much better, but we are keeping a close eye
watching.
on it. But we want to go. We want to go to all three places here on our trip. Roost, because it's in the vineyard area. It's harvest time.
It's been too long. It's just been too long.
It's been too long. And then following that, we're in Bled, Slovenia, Lake Bled, beautiful Lake Bled.
Beautiful
for
Lake Bled.
Time of the Merlin, September 11th and 12th. And again, everything is on track for it. We're rolling.
There are a few spaces left, and again, we're just going to have to watch everything and see how it goes, and be compliant. They may have restrictions, and so you might have to wear a mask. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
I'm used to it. I
I'm
don't think I
used to
could
it,
ever
too.
go without a mask again. I'm
I
just used to
know.
it.
Isn't that amazing? I never thought I'd get used to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I even know which kind I like better than others.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have different colored ones for every day.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
And I really
Stylish
don't.
man you are.
And then after that, we're in the Carmag in Saint-Marie-de-la-Mer, south of France, for the Energy Works workshops, which,
Kasama.
again, a beautiful, beautiful area down there. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
We rent bikes and we just ride around the whole area, watch the flamingos, and
It's so beautiful.
hear the flamenco music,
Yeah,
and love that area.
El Campo.
So after that, just a couple more offerings, and the space are closing up pretty quick on these. These are back here in
yes.
Kona.
Right.
In November, we're going to be doing 2 Kasama workshops, one at the beginning of the month and one later.
November 11th through the 12th through the 16th. We're excited about that. And then we're going to turn around and do it again November
Do it right.
22nd through the 26th.
I love that workshop, by the way, and
I
it's
know, we
evolved
both do.
a lot just since we've been
It
here.
has totally evolved.
But yeah, not a whole lot of spaces left. If you're interested, I'm sure by then everything's going to be cool with COVID. I'm sure there's no problems. Actually, the island here is very, very safe.
Oh, it's done an incredible job of making sure that it's COVID safe. I mean, really the best of all the states in the U.S.
Absolutely.
Literally.
So, yeah, very safe here. It's just the hassle getting over
Right.
here. But they're lifting a lot of the regulations here pretty soon, too,
Right,
even
they
for
are.
having to wear a mask
Right, they
outdoors.
are.
Before you know it, they're going to be lifting all the regulations, or it may be just that
see.
you have to have your vaccination ID card or whatever. But
We got to go with the flow
Yep.
on this. It's beyond us.
absolutely. So that's it for the lineup of workshops and gatherings. We're going to be announcing the winter spring 2022 gatherings probably next month or no later than July. We know it takes a lot of time to make arrangements, but you guessed it, we're going to be right back here in Kona from February through May 2022. So
It's beautiful. It's a retreat space. It's a paradise. As so many of you already know, hope that you'll have an opportunity to be here.
okay, time now for Shambra News. This is where
Okay.
we talk about all the latest information, the
Okay.
updates, and everything else. And I love this shot. I mean, it's just like
I think your like bells had an influence on you.
absolutely. So, a couple of things as always. Make sure to check out the award-winning Shambra magazine. Here this month, we have some great articles. I love Jean's article. I mean, when she'd sent it to me, I was so impressed with it. It deals with time and time hopping, or as I told her to call it, time hopping. Get it? Time hopping.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's really funny.
she's not laughing. Okay. Anyway, Shambra Magazine, it lists all the events, all the new products, great articles every month, so do check it out.
It's a great source.
Next, we have a brand new product, just came out earlier in the week. It's called Master's Paws I Am Beauty.
I think we're all ready for that.
I think we are. We shot it right here in Kona.
You
and
bet.
Adamus talks about beauty as being an angelic sense, one
Yeah,
of our
don't you love
innate
that?
angelic senses. It's not just what we see through
Right,
our eyes, but
right.
it's in every
more.
part of our being.
Right.
Beauty is a way of perceiving reality, and he talks a lot about this in this new Master's Paws. It's downloadable in video, audio, and text, and you get a bonus music track. Some people just like later on, like
do,
going and listening to
right.
just the music. So
Sometimes
now
it just brings them back to the energy, and that's all they need to come
that's all
back
they
to that
need.
energy.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just $25.
Wow, amazing deal. So we're going to play a little recap of the Master's Paws I Am Beauty. Let's take a look at that. Welcome to Master's Paws. I am beauty. I love beauty. Beauty is one of the things that just makes it all worthwhile. It's sensual. It's beautiful. It's so real, and it makes the soul smile. There are over 200,000 angelic senses. Senses are a way of perceiving reality and ultimately of perceiving yourself. Beauty is one of the most exquisite. And beauty allows perhaps the deepest experience of any of the senses that I'm familiar with. So beauty isn't just a way of perceiving, beauty becomes a way of experiencing things. The beauty out there, the beauty beyond Earth is truly phenomenal, almost beyond words, but it is not as, what you could say, tangible, corporal, real, essential, deep, gritty as the type of beauty that you can experience on Earth. Beauty is one of those senses and experiences that doesn't need a lot of wisdomizing. It is in such a pure state that it doesn't need to have all this celestial soul type of processing. It goes straight into the soul. Every time there is a perception of beauty in your life, straight to the soul. And the soul loves beauty. The soul is beauty. And the soul it desires all the beauty that can possibly behold through you, the human. Take a deep breath and feel into the beauty of life. It's there. It's in everything. And not just the good things. It's in everything. There's beauty because it's your energy. It's you. And how could it be anything but beauty? When you're allowing beauty and going to the experience of it, and something really magical happens. It changes your energy. It changes how energy serves you. In order to be here as an embodied master on the planet and enjoy it and stay, it's time to come back in touch with the beauty of life. Instead of getting logical about it, instead of even pushing it away because you don't feel you're worthy or holding it back because you have wounded emotions, it's time now to open back up to beauty. It is truly one of the easiest of the senses. You could say it's a combination of compassion. It's a combination of that and gratitude, and also acceptance. And when you view things in that way, when you take that perspective, compassion, gratitude, acceptance, and you really start opening that sense of beauty once again.
I think, but just from that clip, you can feel how that master's pause really allows you to expand and to maintain a broader sense of beauty. Really, sometimes we just take it for granted, but it's so much bigger than we just see on a day-to-day basis.
I love doing the master's pauses. I love
Yeah.
channeling those. They're very different than a shout or a workshop.
Very, very different.
And they are designed really for us all to take a pause. I mean, life is crazy, busy, everything
Right.
else.
Exactly.
And even when I'm channeling them, it's just kind of like, I can take a little bit of pause here.
They're an expansion of perspective for me always.
I forgot exactly how many total master's pauses we have right now, but I think 8 or something like that. Jean knows, she's always on top of it, but she's not here. Actually, it's one of the first shouts ever that she's missed totally because we're doing it all from here. We're not
Right.
running it back through Colorado. So, Jean, I said we'd do a shout out to you. So we miss you being here or connecting back at the studio. But anyway, I forgot. Oh, she's telling, how many did you say? 8, maybe. Okay. A lot of master's pauses. Anyway, next up on the schedule is
Kihak 11.
11.
I can
Kihak
hardly
11.
believe we've done 10 seasons of it, and that number 11 is coming up.
And
And it's so, it's always, I can't believe it never gets old. It's
No, it doesn't.
such an amazing journey.
yeah, and Kihak is really the core of Adamus's messages.
He
It's also
called it
where,
that himself.
yeah, it's also where he puts out all the new
Right.
stuff. A lot of it finds its way into the shouts or the workshops, but here he takes that group of Kihakers around the world and really puts out the leading edge stuff.
And again, it's that journey, that whole year journey that so many people constantly talk about, how that's what really means a lot to them too.
Yeah, and actually the comment has been made that, it's one thing to attend a workshop and it's
Right.
very intense, like 4
Right.
days long, or to be in a shout, it's,
Right.
a couple hours. But in Kihak, you're in it for a year.
In your own
you don't
private
feel
space.
a push. You don't feel
Right.
that, yeah, or it's not like a workshop where you go to it and then you're completely done. Here it's a year of being on that boat.
Right.
That's what that opening shot at the beginning of the
Oh,
slideshow.
there you go.
The girl standing on it.
Sure.
She'd miss Kihak. She'd miss
Sure.
the boat. So, but
Okay.
it'll come back and get her. Anyway, Kihak is one of our most treasured things, one of our favorite things to do. Registration on this Kihak closes June 15th.
That's
So
right.
you've got about, 6 weeks almost exactly. I forget, today's May 1st.
Yes, it is.
Wow, May
Happy
Day.
May Day.
May Day. No, not May Day.
I
As
know.
in, no, it's May 1st. I don't want to get anybody nervous here. Registration closes on June 15th.
Right.
And they make sure if you're interested in signing up, we have payment plans. So
Right.
you can kind of eases the burden. Although we did stay with our COVID pricing, our
We
discounted
did. We did.
pricing. Yeah, it worked out for us and everyone
10
else.
languages. I think that's stunning also now.
Yeah, at first.
Is that amazing?
I think, gosh, we had just English in the beginning, and then we added Spanish, and then along the way we added German and some of the some Japanese. But now we've got 10 languages. So
Korean, Romanian. I mean, it's beautiful.
after every Kihawk session, the staff goes to work to get out the transcripts and the recordings to the translators. They're busy at it. Most of them turn it around in less than a week, and
They do.
It's grown into something truly
They're
amazing.
so fast with those audio translations. It's amazing.
The first session of Kihawk starts on July 10th. It's kind of well, actually, the week before, I think, is a welcome or introductory session, but we get into the new stuff on July 10th. The newcomer price, if you've never done it before, is $1,200. The price for graduates is $900, and as I mentioned, there are
Right.
payment plans. So we're going to take a look at, well, kind of behind the scenes with Kihawk, a little interview done by our staff with Linda and I about Kihawk.
Right.
Let's take a look at that. So Kihawk 11 is going to start pretty soon. I'm really, really excited about coming into this next year with Kihawk.
I too am excited. It's such an incredible program, and we get to be with people and go into such deep places, and it goes on for a year. I'm so excited.
When we go into Kihawk, Adamus is going deeper than normal. It's a smaller,
yeah.
more focused group, but he's going very, very deep with it, and I can feel how he's pushing the limits. You could definitely tell it's leading edge, and he's seeing how far he can go with where people can still absorb it and comprehend it without it kind of overwhelming.
But there's something honoring about it too, because Adamus has specifically said that Kihawk was where he focused for the deepest dive, for the most focused area of his work with us. The journey of Kihawk to me means the most because we get together twice a month for a whole year. And so it's not like you just do it one time and that's it, and did you get it or didn't you get it? It keeps going. And I find that really supportive in my journey in particular, and I think others too.
One of the things I really love about Kihawk is that Adamus says he's with us all year. Now,
Right.
he realizes he's also with Shambro, but he's with every Kihawker in a very intimate and almost I would say, daily way. So he really takes that extra attention, that extra care, because he knows people are putting themselves out there. They're agreeing to be on that kind of a leading edge, and it pushes your life and pushes your buttons at the same time. So it's really ultimately the most unique thing is that commitment, that intensity, that dedication with the people who sign up for it.
That's absolutely true. The Kihawkers are the most, they're sovereign. They connect a little bit with each other, but they're very sovereign and very dedicated to the path.
It attracts somebody who is not just looking for some platitudes or a few simple answers, but they know it's going to be a one-year commitment. That makes the huge difference in Kihawk.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like going on a trip with a group, and you're together for a year. You're going through the ups and downs and the ins and outs and the euphoria and the realizations. And it's a very safe space because it's the same group. I mean, it doesn't change, and you're all in this together, and they have a commitment, and Adamus has a commitment to it, And it makes such a huge difference, this togetherness of Kihak. And they develop a lot of friendships amongst themselves as they go through their Kihak year, and lasting relationships as a result of it.
What will Kihak 11 be like?
I know that everything we've done now has been preparing for it. We're going to take a pretty big leap coming into this next Kihak session, Kihak 11, and Adamus is going to continue to push in a good way because we're allowing that. We want it. He's going to be really getting us to integrate our whole concept of reality, meaning that the energy is all ours, and we can finally allow it to serve us, and we can truly stay here on the earth as embodied masters with that new understanding. It's so important right now to really know and feel and to live that the energy is yours, and you're not going to do wrong with it now. You're not going to make mistakes. So I think that's going to continue to be such a emphasis of Adamus's this next year. He's going to continue to have us going very, very deep within ourselves, recognizing our energy and what we can do with it. That'd be the next thing. All the new capabilities of what we can actually do with that. So Adamus really understands how important it is to stay on the planet, but also as joyful, happy, abundant, graceful beings. And I think really ultimately that's the whole flow for Kihak. How to stay here in grace.
So now you know just a little more about Kihak. Remember, registration's open till June 15th. We hope that you will have the opportunity to join us for that incredible journey of Kihak.
I'm excited. I'm waiting for it. Okay, just a couple other things before we take a break. We'd like to introduce something new and exciting. It's our new Shaumbra Online Service Center. We just initiated this, a couple of days ago, actually. So this is basically a whole new type of help desk system that we've kicked in. And before I give you the details on that, I just want to say, or Linda and I want to say that the customer service has always been a huge part,
So important.
very important part of what we do. And our theory and the staff's theory and their belief and their practice is that Shaumbra has it pretty tough anyway, going through everything from awakening to embodied mastery. It's not an easy journey. There are times when you feel so alone, or times you feel like you're in a state of chaos, or you just don't know who you are. It's a very, very difficult time for anybody. We understand that because we go through it also, and we know how difficult it is. The last thing you need when you contact Crimson Circle, the last thing you need is somebody being rude or inconsiderate or even indifferent. So we've always stressed the importance of excellent customer service, compassionate, empathetic customer service. We all know what that's like to encounter bad customer service.
Oh, do we know?
And,
We know what not to do.
it almost seems to get worse and worse
Yeah,
these days.
actually, it does.
And frustrating. I'm not good at dealing with all this stuff. Linda handles it. We got to call United or airlines or the insurance company or
always
whoever it
something.
happens to be. And just, you can feel the energy the moment, but most of them don't answer the phone, but if they do, the moment they answer the phone, it's just a energy they want to get you off the line. And then the other one is you get caught in this maze of technology and robotics and pushing buttons and not getting any answers. And then it says, it gives you the menu. If you want this, press 1. If you want this, press 2. Nothing
It
is on
goes
the menu
nowhere.
that I
I
need.
know,
So
it
what do you
goes
press?
nowhere.
And then you press the wrong one. And it just so frustrating.
Or they put you on hold for 40 minutes.
Oh, God. And so we all know what that's like, and we never, ever, ever want you to encounter that when you get in touch with Crimson Circle. We've always offered personal customer service and fast replies to emails if you write in. So now we recently integrated a new technology that's going to make it even better, more efficient.
24/7.
And 24/7, and it's going to help us also track everything so we can see the histories. We know what problems are recurring and what issues we
Well,
need to
it's a
address.
significant. Sometimes there's just a hiccup or something is confusing for one person, but we know that if you see something many, many times, that you want to look at your system and evaluate for any improvement that might be able to be made.
This also allows for whoever the customer service agent is, the Crimson Circle staff member, that because now we're going to rotate it and different people working on it at different times because we're very global. You know, we're not just 9 to 5 Colorado time. So they'll be able to look up the records and see what's going on and see if you called before or anything like that. So it's really just a wonderful system. It's very simple to use. Anywhere on the Crimson Circle store, anywhere in that store, if you need help, just look for the help button. There's one at the top, as you can see.
Help.
And look at, there's also one at the bottom, just anywhere it says help, or sometimes it might say customer service.
Can you search on help?
I can't read that. Customer service. Just click that, and that's going to take you to the Chambra Service Center.
So if you search on help, will that take you there?
Sure.
Good.
Yeah.
See?
Or just click on help rather than search for it. So, and if you haven't used it, go ahead and give it a try. Give it a wheel just to see what it's like. And you can also do things like just type in your own question or select a topic relating to your question. There's a whole list of topics that show up there. You can type in your question and it'll pull up answers, or you're also, if it happens to be, if there's somebody on staff, just back to the point, you can explore the extensive help menu, and we've really built a big help menu. You can leave a message and somebody will get back to you pretty fast. Or the other thing is you can actually chat with a staff member if the chat button is active. If it's you'll see a chat button on there. If it's active, you could actually chat with somebody, staff member. But this whole thing is designed to make it so much easier to get help. And that's so much of our commitment to making sure when you contact Crimson Circle, you're treated like family. Oh, no, even better than family.
Yeah, it's like, let's not go there.
All right, you're treated like good kind of family. So
you're our community.
We're really excited about this. It's called the Service Center. It's a new feature to just make things easier for you. We know there's times you forget your password, or you double click on an order, or you weren't sure about something, and
or you get lost looking for something. I've had that happen.
Yeah. So now this is
We're
available.
here for you.
Yeah. And also while we're at it, not directly related to the Service Center, but also make sure to check out the new welcome PDF that we put together. It's written really for newcomers, but it's kind of cool if you read it to see what it says about Crimson Circle.
Get a feeling.
Your
to get
energy
a real
is
feeling
in
of
this.
It.
Yeah, so check it out under the welcome session under in the website. It's under more. Kind of take a look about it.
Okay.
So, but wait, there's more.
Oh boy!
As they
Oh
say.
boy!
Speaking of all this stuff going on, really keep an eye out for many new exciting developments from our award-winning tech team coming soon. You know, we now have 7 people on our technology staff, our internal staff. These aren't outside contractors. We came to the point where we were working with contractors and it just wasn't working out. You know, there's a style that we have.
It's so different now.
Oh my gosh.
When you have a team that is your team, then they focus on what we do, and it's a magical thing.
Well, they've been working away now for months and months and months. And, you know, it was they were working away, but it appeared everything was kind of quiet. But now they're starting to come out with the new things. We have some
Quite
really
a few
wonderful
new
announcements
things coming up very quickly.
So do watch for that from our award-winning tech team.
We're so proud of you.
You can see the awards right on there.
No, we're so proud of them. It was such the right move.
Absolutely. So best in tech. All right. Moving on, let's go to Spotlight. You know, we have so much content now, and we said, you know, we've got to figure out a way to feature some stuff, because there's amazing gems in there.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're just so beautiful.
Well, because over time, it's easy. We're moving so fast that you forget some of the
Absolutely.
beauty that's there. And then you go back to this, and it's like, Oh, wow. And then because your energy's expanded so much, you hear it and you see it even more than you did it in the beginning.
Right. Our spotlight this month is something that's very near and dear to Linda and I. It's timeless.
Yeah.
It was from our trip to the Nile to Egypt in November 2014, and it features channels from Adamus, Merlin, Cthulhu, and Saint Germain. There's 7 audio sessions. This is not
Amazing.
video. We were on a boat. 7 sessions, about 6.5 hours of incredible material. And it was
Imagine this was on the Nile, a timeless place.
literally recorded. We'd go out touring all the temples during the day, floating down the Nile, and at night, before dinner, we'd all gather around, and oh yeah, I'm getting chills on that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, me too.
We'd gather around and literally watching the sun go down over the desert, and
Amazing.
great recordings. So a lot of great information in here. Adamus is talking right now about timelessness,
More than
or
ever.
Eterna. And this was kind of, I think, one of the very first seeds of the
Lotche, the
timelessness.
concept, yeah.
It's downloadable in audio and text, and it's just $95. Let's take a little look at the timeless recap, or let's listen to it anyway.
Yes.
From November 2014 on the Nile. We're going to be in time and going beyond time. Why? Why? Why is this so important to me and the work that I'm doing with you? Why is it important in your life? Why all the discussion about time? Because, my dear friends, in order to really understand and to have the experience of the I am, we go beyond time. Take a moment and allow yourself to go within no time, while being in time. Timelessness. Even evaporating the entire word time. We don't even use it as a reference. True magic comes when you realize that there is no time and there is time. True magic occurs when you realize that you are human, but you are also divine. Magic, the word magic means multiple, many things occurring simultaneously. You are the ones who bring back the magic. Let go of the fear of what will happen to you as you become the magi, the true magi. Because no death can ever come to you once you realize how timeless, how eternal you truly are. Let go of wondering whether you are worthy. I would not be standing here in front of you if you were not. Let go of wondering if this is real. For lords and ladies, anything that you do or think is real. Sweet knowingness. It's like receiving the gift all at once, and then just opening the parts and pieces when it's absolutely most appropriate. Sweet knowingness. You realize that this is what replaces linear thought. In other words, it's an entire download. It's already there. You just initiate, you just reveal. It doesn't all need to be unwrapped at one time. It's brought forth at the absolute perfect moment. This replaces old linear thinking. It also replaces the experience of only having a few synchronicities in your life. It replaces them with having a lot. I have quite a history with each and every one of you. You may have realized me as the violet flame. You may have seen me as Saint Germain the human. But we sat together for what seemed like an eternity, and a pledge was made by me to you. I will be with you every step of the way. So I come back to you now in full presence, at this moment, at this time of you allowing yourself to be the true embodied Magi. So, in this beautiful safe space, let your consciousness be in the knowingness of your life, this life. Let your consciousness be in the knowingness of your light body. You don't have to know the science, the details, or any of that. Just let your consciousness be in the knowingness of the light body that already exists, that is already walking on this planet somewhere in some time. When you do that, you let consciousness be in the light body, the knowingness of the light body. Then realization follows.
So hope you enjoyed that and that you maybe check out Timeless.
That brings
more-
back so many fond memories.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Yeah.
It was just it's there's no place else like it on earth for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, you really feel like you have gone timeless, anyways, and now you have the recordings of it. And thank you so much to all of the wonderful support we have out there, our angels, the translators, web hosts, volunteers, and our CC staff. What an incredible community we have. We are truly grateful to all of you.
Very, very special thanks from here in Kona to each and every one of you.
Yes.
As Linda mentioned, it takes such a community to do this, and we've got a great one. So thank you. We're going to be taking a break now. We're going to be going to coffee, and we're going to be coming back at 1:30. So go get a drink, get something to eat,
Take
do
care
whatever
of
you
you.
need to do. Take a walk. We're
Take
going
care
to
of your
see
body.
you at 1:30 from Kona at the Villa Amio and the Shamba Pavilion. It's a delight to be back here with all of you. We'll see you in 30 minutes.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.